My name is Casey Crushfield, and welcome to episode 33 of Enjoy Life. Before we get started here today, please hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a comment. Truly appreciate all the comments that I received. But without further ado, we got a little solo episode here today. Also, it's Monday, which is kind of weird. Never really dropped on a Monday. Everything's been on a Wednesday, but with New Year's dropping on a Wednesday, I decided we'd drop this one early, just a little solo. And we took a break last week, with Christmas also being on Wednesday. I felt like it was just a little time to take a little break, which honestly, it felt kind of weird. I don't know, these last couple of weeks have been weird after school, kind of trying to adjust to a new schedule. We'll kind of touch on that later on. But, I decided we got to drop an episode this week, no matter when it comes out. I felt like it was necessary. Can't go 2 weeks without uploading. That doesn't sit right with me. I feel like when I do these episodes, like it makes me feel good, and it just kind of feels like something's missing. So, I wanted to do this, and so here we are. But I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas, spent time with family and friends. I had a great Christmas. It was great to be with my family and all my friends, all my loved ones. And the toy drive went super successful. Shout out if you donated. I can touch on that a little bit later in the episode too, about how that experience went. Shout out Steve, shout out Bood, everyone who helped us. But moving on, obviously this week we start off New Year 2025. And before we kind of touch on what's to come, I guess, just kind of reflect on this year. 2024 was really big for me. Graduated college, met some new friends along the way. Shout out my bro Sherm. That was a great friend I had in my life this year. Also started up the podcast in late May. That's something really big, I guess, that was done in 2024. Got to sit down with a bunch of great people. Just a lot of big experiences. And I guess this past week I've kind of been reflecting on that, and I don't know, I feel like I've kind of been out of touch this last week. Like I kind of said earlier on, I'm so used to my schedule being, filming podcasts and then, obviously school. I work at school, so I'm not working right now, it's just, I don't have anything. I'm not gonna say I don't have anything to do, but my time is a lot more free now that I'm not in school. And it's just kind of weird, I guess, because I'm used to that schedule of waking up at 7, 8 o'clock and going to work. And now it's just kind of, you can wake up whenever, which I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. Like, of course, like, the first couple of days it was good to sleep until 10, but then after that, I don't know, something just kind of feels weird, feels missing, I guess. I feel like we get stuck on a schedule for so long, like we kind of just adapt to that. And, I like waking up early now. So just this whole break has been a little wishy-washy for me. But this weekend and towards later in the week, last week, kind of after Christmas, I kind of did some thinking, and, I feel like I kind of got focused on what I have to do next. Because obviously, we reached a lot of goals this year. I got to sit down with Jalen Coker, who's going to be an upcoming star in the league. Shout out Brennan. Just a lot of big things happened. And I guess when you do such big things, I'm always thinking about what's next and what I got to do next. But I feel like I finally realized, and, shout out my boy Sherm again. He gives me some wise words just to kind of take in the journey of where I'm at right now and just soak up where I'm at in the now and stop worrying about what I did and what I need to do and just focus on now and just to keep myself grounded. And I think that's really what I needed, just some time to kind of reflect on what I want to do, because this break, I wanted to take the opportunity to just jam out episodes and, have that set up for when I go back to school, we're all good. But I really haven't done that yet. So that's one thing that I've kind of been harsh on myself for. I'm very I hold myself accountable pretty hard, and I'm pretty tough on myself sometimes. But I know that I'm gonna get these episodes chunked out. Like I'm working on stuff, and I think instead of just stressing myself out, because I feel like I've stressed myself out a lot more than I needed to lately, I just need to take appreciation in what I have done and just realize like this is all a journey. Like I'm not there yet. I feel like I get aggravated because I'm not where I want to be at times. But this weekend, I've really like kind of stepped back, like I said, and just need to focus on where I'm at in the journey now. It's okay that I'm not right there, and it's probably God's sign that I shouldn't be right there because I'm not ready yet. He's still preparing me for where I want to go, and that's okay. And starting off 2025, I New Year's always sits weird with me. Um, it's a great chance to kind of make new goals for yourself and hold yourself accountable for things. But in reality, you really don't need a new year to do that. You could change any day. Like, it doesn't take it being a new year for you to make a change on yourself. Like, there's always that opportunity to change and do something new, try something new. So, even though like the new year's coming up, I feel like you should set new goals for yourself. I definitely have things that I want to work on personally, but just know that change can happen today. You can go out and try that new thing or make a leap towards that new thing. It doesn't require a new year for you to be able to do that. And then one thing I also find is that some of those goals really don't stick. I think the most prime example is, people say they're going to go to the gym, and then a month and a half later, you find yourself stuck not going to the gym. And I don't know why we do that. I feel like something usually happens in our lives. It could be something little, like it might be raining and you don't want to go to the gym because of all the rain, or you had a bad day at work, you're just stressed out. And I think those are those moments that God is just testing us. Life is just a big test, and we get these tests and tests, and if we don't pass them, then it's going to be brought on to us in a different way. But we have to pass that test to get where we want to go. And I just feel like this year, when times get tough, you should just pray to God and ask for his guidance in order to help you out in whatever situation you're going through. We all have our battles, our personal struggles, and it's all right to struggle. One thing that I struggle with a lot is kind of trying to balance myself. I find that my mind is always bouncing around on what's next, on what I need to do. And sometimes I forget to focus on what's going on now, and take appreciation for that. So I guess one thing I really want to work on is just to stop and really smell the roses and enjoy life more instead of worrying. But with that being said, I feel like we should be aware that bad things or trials are going to happen in our lives. We're going to have that tough situation or that tough day, but I think it's important to just kind of push it to the side and not even call it a bad day, because it's just one moment that happens in that moment. So you should be able to just brush it off. You should know that brighter moments are ahead. And I think it's really easy to give up, really, really easy to give up. But I'd say the main message of the day is to keep moving forward, man. Like it's so easy just to just hang things up, especially when they're not going your way or you feel like it's not going your way. But that's just all a test, and it shows how bad you really want something if you can overcome that. So I want you guys to overcome it, and really, I just hope that y'all can all reach our goals in 2025. I hope it could be a great year. Um, some things I want to work on this year is just maintaining my grades in grad school. Uh, Super proud that I was able to finish with a 4.0 while doing the podcast. That was like my biggest worry going into the school year is balancing this. And I think I handled it pretty well. Definitely wish I had more free time to get with more guests, but here I am right now and I haven't interviewed anyone yet during the break, and that was my main goal. But, we're going to shake back. I still got 15 days and I'm very confident in myself and it's going to be all right. I know it. But stepping back from the New Year's and all of that, one thing I did want to touch on was the toy drive as well, and kind of how that process went. So obviously we raised our $2,400. Shout out everyone again who donated. I feel like next year is going to be even better, but I'll talk about that after. So we got all of it in cash, and I think 2 days before we delivered the presents, we went to Target to go shop. Shout out Target and Walmart. Uh, One thing I didn't realize was like kid stuff really isn't that expensive. Like we went in the first time and we bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, shit, like we might have used all the cash right here, and it ended up being only like $800. So I mean, we made 4 trips, 2 to Target and 2 to Walmart, because we went to Walmart right after that. Got a bunch of more shit. I say shit, I'm sorry, but a bunch of more toys. And we went right back after, like unloaded the car and then went back in, got some more stuff. And I think after that first night, we still had like $200 left. So after that, the next day when we went to put them all in gift bags, because I thought we were gonna wrap this at first, that would have been way too much to wrap. But I went and got a bunch of candy for them. They are probably candied out Sugar Rush. But just that, just like shopping around and doing all that in general was so fun. Like I think that was probably my favorite part about the whole experience, besides the kids actually seeing the toys. Shout out everyone who helped us put all the gifts in the bags too. But after that, the next day, I wish Steve could have came with me, and because I feel like that would have been a lot better since we both worked on it. Also, Bood, shout out Bood for being our accountant and everything, getting the numbers right, because I feel like if me and Steve would have done that, it would have been a bad disaster. We'll just say that. But got there to the school and put all the gifts together. Shout out everyone. I keep giving shout outs, but I gotta give my people flowers. For coming and help me deliver all of them, because it was way too many to fit just in my truck. But we put them all like outside the office, and then they started calling the kids to the front, and they were so hyped when they saw the presents. Like it was so awesome. They were trying to sneak a little looking through the gift wrap, but it was just an awesome experience. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like the look on their face. I just knew that, like, going back home, I had the biggest grin on my face. Like, I, I really don't know how to explain it. Like, it was awesome. It just really made me happy to do that. And once again, if you donated, like, it really went to a good cause, and it was something special. And another thing that was just on my mind after was next year. I find like, I don't know, when I have a goal or something set, like right after I achieve it, I always think about the what's next. And all I could think about was how we're gonna do it better next year. One thing I want to do is actually film the process, because I feel like you guys would enjoy seeing us shop around and throw a bunch of stuff in the cart and all of that, and just like us putting the gifts together and maybe seeing their experience, like their reaction to it, if we could do that. But another thing, next year, we're gonna probably make our goal $5,000, and we're gonna aim to help out the same school in Thibodeau. and also try and help out a school in Homa since Steve is from Homa. So 50 kids at least getting a better Christmas next year. I think we can do that. And, just thank you again. We're so blessed to be able to do that because not everyone's blessed or maybe I shouldn't say blessed. Not everyone's as fortunate. But without further ado, we're gonna wrap this episode up. Really just wanted to touch on the toy drive and how that went. Reflect on this great year that we had, starting this podcast. Super blessed. And just for this new year, I hope once again all of y'all reach y'all goals and hold yourselves accountable to those goals. If you have that bad day, just remember it's just part of your day. You're supposed to have bad moments because that's what makes the good moments feel even better. And just hold on to those goals, keep moving forward. And, I'm going to try and hold myself accountable. We're going to have a great year with the podcast, great guests on the way. I'm so excited to see the journey. And I'm just going to learn more to stop and smell the roses and soak in this journey. And I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for supporting me this year. And I hope that I can still have y'all support this upcoming year. I'm super blessed. All praise to God. I love y'all. We're out.